They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
Welcome back to Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. It's been a while since I've last played this, and I apologize for that. Because I keep telling myself I've got to do this, I gotta finish this game, or at least see how far I can get. So, and since it's been a while, I'm gonna have to refamiliarize myself with the buttons. But we took on Cert, the fire giant, and now we gotta take on Valravn. I just got done playing after Smite, so this is kind of where I hit. Where I should just like, you know what, screw this, I just need to finish this game. Alright, we're back. So. Okay, that's running. That's focusing.
Valravn, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains. Follow the path to Valravn and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Alright then. I have to remember combat too. It's been a while. I've already died 3 times, if you're just tuning in. I've already beaten him 3 times. So we'll just see how this goes. I'm just gonna calmly walk because I'm gonna take a guess that this is gonna be an entryway to a gate of some kind.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice. Buri. In shape, he was like a man, big and powerful. His son, Bor, took a fair giant to be his wife, and they had 3 sons. Odin was the eldest, and the Northmen hold him to be the foremost of the gods, the All-Father.
Fair enough. So if I die this first time, it's gonna be because I've completely forgotten all things in regards to combat fighting. Yay! What's over here though? There's a bridge. And there is a tunnel, which means we're gonna have to do some kind of trial thing, aren't we? I really don't want to die. I already died 3 times to Cert and his fire illusions. I don't want to die to... Oh. Don't know who you are, phone. I will do that because I'm not an idiot.
What's that? It's a wall. It's a door. No, it's a bridge. No, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it. What do you think will happen?
something. This is not here for absolutely no reason. This is here for something. And this is why it's good to explore your surroundings. So if I walk through it, nothing happens. So I guess we'll go down and focus on the doorway. This is how I'm thinking it's gonna be. We're most likely going to focus on this door and maybe have to make our way to that tunnel. Or something like that, I don't know. Because there's a reason. Nothing in this game isn't in here for some sort of reason. Let me examine right around here. I'm sure there's nothing, but I want to look anyway. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's always good to examine your environment before taking on shit.
Illusion hides the path to Valravn. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? Once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there.
Stairs. Doesn't look like anything is over. Just taking my time. I'm not gonna rush into shit.
Anyone never could close her eyes, however hard she tried. Begged.
I don't trust that. I do not trust that. I'm not going back, dude. Just shut up. There's nothing else I can do. I guess I'll have to step in the icky yucky black stuff. Fighting ring.
This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
That's a pile of dead corpses? That is a sacrificed corpse. Of course.
not over. It's not over. She can do it.
Treasures!
He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Strike him. Defend yourself.
Ignore the ban. I hate these buttons.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
I do not like these buttons, like, at all. Like, the button to dodge is the button to attack.
She will
The button to jump is the button to dodge, rather than the usual button that is to attack. I don't like this. Is there any way to change set controls? No. Oh, wait, yep. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. What? Wait, what? Okay, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better in my button, because I'm always pushing A when I should be pushing X. So Actually, you know what? Let's also switch another one. Let's actually make this. Would that be better? I am not doing that. You crazy? Okay. So that's good. We'll deal with that. That's what I tried to do. When I've always pushed the A button.
Valravn's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth. Look how much it's changed. It's all different now.
This is here for a reason, isn't it? I'm not running intentionally. Like, what? Ugh! Goodness.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravn.
But I'm not up high enough. The question is, how do I get up high enough? Because I'm guessing that's what this is. Any way to climb up? See, this is literally the reversed opposite of it. Which means I have to look down. But the thing is I can't look down. That's the problem. Oh, there we go. I knew that was there before. I knew it wasn't going crazy.
Focus. Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
You're not like that anymore.
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks looks the same, but feels different. And
Oh,
I'm
there's
lost
eyeballs everywhere.
where the forest itself is watching.
Gate's locked. Okay, so we have a gate. We have this. There's another visual gate. And it's got something to do with this wall, I bet. That or it's got something to do with the gate. Ah, that leads to a gate that you can see through.
Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to open it. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen, don't. Open it. You can
To
do
break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravn.
Which ravens? Where are they? Can't you see which
They're up there.
line up the ravens?
God, I hate this side check.
I hear something.
If you hear the soul of Valravn, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his visions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Listen, focus, listen. Focus. Focus.
Is she lost? Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a Gelt. Some, like Truth, become guilt in search of penance. Others, like Senua, purge a curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
She can get up now. She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get out? Must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Valravn. Trick Valravn. How can she get out? Wait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. Valravn's magic. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
Okay, go down. Go down. I'm not touching the controller.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the
That
woods,
is a mammoth skull.
a creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
mean, I already knew that door was going to be locked. There was, like, no way in hell that door was not locked.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does.
This time.
Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
There is a lot of these guys.
The song. Valravn. Valravn's song. It's over here. It's over here. Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two. Listen, focus, listen. It's magic. It's magic. This reminds me of something. The forest. Where? Which forest? Forest in the wilds. The wilds. She left the wilds. She went to the wilds a long time ago. Why did she go to the wilds? She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own. Did she beat her darkness? No. It nearly came to her, but she tried. Druth helped her. If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead. She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She tried to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work. She thought her curse would affect him. She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died. She thought the curse made her tainted. Druth helped her.
means if I look through here again, it'll be gone.
The ravens. They've gone. They've gone. No. Half of them have gone. They've gone. Some are still there. Where? Some are still there. Valravn's helping. He's not helping. It's a trick. Quiet. Can't think.
Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have they gone?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. Almost. But she remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
Half of them are gone.
The ravens. They've all gone. No. There's still three. There's three. Where have they gone? They gone. She did it. What does it mean?
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And in the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought grow in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill them. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
Okay. And now we're gonna go into another match.
Overcome Valravn's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
I need to get up there where that thing is. And there's a path down here with a broken beam. I'm currently guessing is the current path to getting over there. That glitched.
Speak to me, Druth. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth. The man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Ah, I was.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me. I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, strikes out now, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom. drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
Scared, she's scared. No one can. Quickly get up! They're coming! She's injured! Not gonna make it. She's hurt. She's injured. Stop them! Get up quickly! Get up! She can still do it! She will die! Finish this! Surprise him! They're winning!
I hate this double attack.
It's not over. feet.
She's nearly there.
There's too many of them.
Find a good position.
But you can let them behind you. He's strong. Watch out!
No.
Who wants to go first?
You can do this.
Focus!
You're winning.
Damn it, wrong buttons.
Focus is coming back.
Do it.
She's so weak, she's so weak. They can see you're weak.
Get up! Get up! She's injured. She can still do it. The mirror focus is building. It's building. How does she focus? You're stronger than him.
I will not give up dying.
I never beat you in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
The mark of Valravn. One of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory, bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights and nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
Woo! We defeated Valravn. And I didn't die any time during this whole time. Are you kidding me? That's great. I figured I would have died at least in the boss battle.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive, shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves.
This is great. I was really expecting to die then.
I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there. If you look for them.
Mother. Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful. It was a time before the darkness. But when it did come, it first came for her mother. Senua still sees her face from time to time in the world. Like she's still watching over her. She misses her so much.
I was expecting this to be kind of like going after Surtur. They Surt, because I didn't know the R was in there. Where you had to find the runes in the environment, but this was mostly focusing on the emblem, and I kind of liked that a little bit more. I don't know, I'm liking this. I really
With the
am.
mark of Valravn and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Why is she waiting? Open the gate. Open the gate. No, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness.
Only the dead may cross.
Only the dead may cross
Only
into
the dead
hell.
may cross.
Hi, kitty. My cat's sitting behind me. Her eye makeup's not here, so Or, well, eye makeup. Her war paint. That's what it is, not eye makeup.
Truth? Anyone?
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved. In this waking nightmare, where all dreams come true, you searched for control, a way to pull through. When you were in love, you left him in tears, to smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came, through stormy black seas they raided these shores. Do you still hear his screams? And now that you're home, he's so far away. They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt by your darkness within.
Ooh.
You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart.
God, I hate these voices.
The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender. Abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.